Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. Today we will start discussion on macromolecules, or which we also call it as polymers. Polymer chemistry is part of material science, which involves creation of new materials to replace metals, glass, ceramics, wood, cardboard, and paper. Nowadays, polymer has become an important part of human life. Every day we use many polymers or polymer objects in our day-to-day life. Without polymers, we cannot get ready. Without polymers, we cannot move on. Without polymers, we cannot have constructions. So, in each and every part of our life, human life, polymers are very, very important. Polymers are intended to replace metals. Of course, we know that nowadays we are not using metal objects for physical structures. We are using polymer objects. Polymers are expected to replace almost all 100% of the glass. Today we can see glass object, polymer objects, transparent polymer objects used for spectacle lenses, then partition items. We also see many construction goods in households, PVC pipes, or window screens, or window structures, or doors, or paints. So polymer is a very, very important part of human life. They can be operated from minus 100 degrees centigrade to plus 300 degrees centigrade. So they have variable temperatures. It is not common for all polymers, but different polymers will have different working temperatures. So we can use them in many different applications. For example, you take rocket science. When rocket is launched, it generates a lot of heat energy. It will be more than 2000 degrees centigrade. Polymers are used for absorbing these high temperatures. A special polymer will absorb these high temperatures. So temperature is not a constant, right? If you take iron will melt at around 1000 degrees centigrade. So we cannot use iron at very high temperatures. Whereas a polymer, which is a very flexible system but still absorbs very high temperatures, can be used in extreme conditions, in extreme applications. Now, look at the day-to-day life uses. We use them footwear, we use them in ornaments. Most of the ornaments are made from polymers today. Then plastic glasses, then covers, polythene covers or polymer covers. Without polymer covers, we cannot buy anything today. Then packaging covers, all food materials or all stationery or all goods. They are all packed in polymer covers or polymer objects. We use toys. Nowadays, toys are purely prepared from polymers. There are no wood toys or leaf toys today. Only we are using only polymer toys. We have construction goods, PVC pipes, physical structures, separation structures, paints. Nowadays we can see beautiful paints, very advanced, which can have resistance for heat, which can have resistance for water, which will stay longer times, which will exhibit beautiful colors. These are all best examples of polymers. Nowadays we live with polymer. We use many polymer based objects in our house, either non-sticky pans or plates, glasses, spoons, everything, or bowls. Top of everything, the most important polymer is a tire. You know, the discovery of wheel is a game-changing discovery in the history. An equally important game changer is the discovery of tire, right? So tire, because of the tire, the journey is made very easy. Ancient days, people used to travel with carts made of wheel, but you compare the speed differences between a normal wheel vehicle and a tire vehicle. So the journey of human race is entirely changed once when wheel was discovered, and then again when tire was discovered. So when we look at importance of polymers, polymers are highly important in day-to-day life. We have seen that polymers are very important in our day-to-day life. Without polymers, we cannot have spend a single minute. Now, when we look at the different scientists who have won chemistry Nobel Prize, as you know, Nobel Prize is awarded for a discovery which will help humans. So, a Nobel Prize winning discovery is always useful for the humans. As far as polymers topic is concerned, many scientists have won the Nobel Prize. Hermann Staudinger in 1953, Carl Ziegler and G. Natta in 1963, Paul J. Flory in 1974, PGD Jeans in 1991, H. Shirakawa McDiarmid and Heger. All these three have won. There were many other Nobel prizes in polymer chemistry. So look at these important discoveries. Polymers topic has won many Nobel Prizes. So that means polymers is a very, very important topic in academic point of view as well as in day-to-day life. I'll give you, I'll add one more point that there are there are 30,000 patents on polymers in USA. The number may be very high, but it is a number which is recorded in 2000 or something like that. So from the number of patents in US itself, you can understand the importance of polymers. Now we will try to learn the objects. Objects, that means things that we are going to learn in this topic. We will learn the definition of polymer. Then we will learn classification of polymers. There were different classifications. We will learn stereochemistry. We will learn stereochemistry of polymers, then different synthetic techniques to prepare polymers. This is what we can say, it is organic part. It is all organic part. What are polymers? What are their properties? What are their applications and how do we synthesize them? Then we will also learn some physical aspects of polymers, polydispersity index in polymers, and then molar masses, the definition and different uh, techniques of molar masses, the relation between different molar masses, and then problems based on them. How do we determine the molar mass? Then different methods used to determine the molar mass of polymers. Now, these are the topics which we are going to learn in this topic, polymers. What is a polymer? Polymer is a large molecule made of small molecules which are called as monomers. When these monomers are made to form covalent bonds between them, they will generate a large molecule. So that is what is called polymer. So the process of linking these monomers into a large polymer is called polymerization. So what is polymerization? Polymerization is basically the synthetic process for a polymer. Say for example, when we have a monomer denoted by capital M, we will take n number of monomers and we will do some polymerization reaction. There are many different techniques for polymerization. Then what will happen? These monomers will form covalent bonds between them so that they generate a large structure. Because I cannot write n number of molecules, so what I'm doing, I'm just leaving it here. So when I write like this, that means it is not ending, it will continue. it will continue. So this is what a polymer is. Now, when we look at the classification, the basic classification of polymers is based on their nature. Polymers are basically classified into two types. The basic classification of polymers is a natural polymer and synthetic polymer. What is a natural polymer? Natural polymer means polymers which are synthesized naturally. We have many examples for synthetic polymers. These are also called as biopolymers. Natural polymers or biopolymers. We have many examples for for natural polymers. The DNA or RNA, the large units developed from individual sugars. These are all essentially natural polymers. Then proteins. Proteins are made up of amino acids. Many amino acids are linked together to generate a large molecule through peptide bond. So there were many natural polymers, even polysaccharides. Polysaccharides. Polysaccharides means starch, cellulose, chitin. So these are all polysaccharides, that means carbohydrates. So these are all examples for natural polymers. Besides natural polymers, we have synthetic polymers. What are synthetic polymers? Synthetic polymers are polymers synthesized in the laboratory. Polymers synthesized in the laboratory are called as synthetic polymers. You know, there were many examples for synthetic polymers. Nowadays, we are using many objects, polymer objects. So polyesters, polyamides, these are best examples of synthetic polymers. I'll add one more point to natural polymers. Natural polymers are very essential for our existence. Natural polymers are very important for our existence.